Hello folks, and welcome to my video, Introduction of Special Education, Fort Hays State University. My name is Rich Kolka, and I live in Pottstown, PA, home of the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. Here's some information about myself. Like I said, I live in Pottstown, PA. I already have 2 master's degrees in education. One is in educational technology, which really isn't as impressive as it sounds. I really don't know that much about technology. The other one is in educational developmental strategies. That one has helped with classroom management and other stuff. That's pretty cool, that one. I have an undergraduate degree in biology, and I'm secondary certification in biology. I've been teaching high school for about 16 years. My master's degrees are from Wilkes University, and my undergraduate degree was from Albright College, which is also located in Pennsylvania, and so is Wilkes. So you may not have heard of any of them. A little bit more about me. As referenced, I've been teaching for 16 years. I've taught all levels of biology. Currently, I'm teaching CP biology, which stands for college prep. I have an honor section and have a very low section called agricultural biology. During that class is the class I'm most familiar with, a lot of the special education requirements that I'll be discussing and using throughout this class here. I've taught anatomy and physiology. I was pre-med in college, and I actually wrote the class at my previous institution where I worked. I don't work there anymore, but I understand it's still going on. I taught environmental science. I've taught study skills before. Advanced biology, which was my favorite class. That was a lot of dissections. The shark was my favorite dissection. Oh, it smelled terrible, but it was awesome. I only have 2 classes left for Fort Hays State University. And as far as the degree goes, I'm not quite sure if I actually want to be an administrator or actually use the degree, but I figured I'd get it. So I'm 2 classes away from finishing the master's for my 3rd master's degree. And last and certainly not least about me is my family. I have a wonderful, beautiful wife named Laurie. We've been married for 14 years. I participated in football and baseball, both at the NCAA level. I have 2 kids, Casey and Ryan, both boys. Casey is 8, Ryan is 5. Ryan will be 6 next month. I have lots of hobbies. I'm a competitive bass fisherman. I sport card collect, baseball and football mainly. I like to weightlift, and I like to do house remodeling, and I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. And when I'm actually reading this out loud, it sounds like I'm a pretty big nerd, so I guess that's pretty accurate. As far as special education resources go, mine's not a whole lot different than the other ones I've viewed so far. Special education staff that are well trained and have small case loads and able to help regular education teachers, balance the regular education students and the special education students. Modification of materials, including tests, notes, whatever the combination may be needed. IEP input, filling out those forms, or attending the meetings, all of us have to do. And constant contact with the special education director if you have any questions or if there's any threat of lawsuit or anything like that. Some personal uses I've been able to do throughout my career for special education students would include, adjusting note-taking, either bigger font for kids who can't see real well. I've even had to record my notes, transfer them from written to audio for a student who couldn't see real well, couldn't see at all, and then I'd have the audio file for them. IEP summary information provided to special education teachers. That's daily. I'm sure most of us do that in our current jobs. Had a physical therapist enter my room once a week to rub this girl's foot. She had some sort of disorder in her leg. I can't remember. It was like 10 years ago. And they would come in and rub her feet and leg in the middle of class. And I thought that was kind of strange, but whatever, it worked. So there's been lots of modifications that I've had to deal with, and I'm sure that most of us have as well. As far as changing special education, I think that's going to be difficult to do due to the IDEA Act of 1975. I think that's kind of tough. But some options I've listed below here, focusing on the regular education, the quality of instruction, I think would help everyone, including special education students. Providing services for all students based upon their achievement and need level, rather than have everything documented and say you must meet these goals. Everyone's been in those meetings and you're there and nothing's going to be different, but it has to be documented just to cover your rear end. So I really don't like the way that's handled. I wish there was another way to do it. Hopefully we can figure out a way to change that in the future. The proposal that I read with, being able to eliminate some of the middle people and some of the money spent on special education lawsuits, would actually help funding. In the state of Pennsylvania, according to this document that I have posted, and it's right here, that we spent $14 billion on special education. That doesn't classify exactly what it was, but that's a lot of money. If we could find a way to eliminate even like half of that, we could use that money for better education in classrooms, technology, whatever else it may be. I understand we need it. I just hope we can find another solution. In closing, I'd like to say thank you for your time, and after reading a few of your posts and watching some of your videos, I really agree with your professional development idea. I think we need a lot more professional development for regular education teachers to stay on top of the special ed law. I mean, I took special ed classes, of course, in undergrad, but heck, that was 18 years ago. So I'd like to be updated currently if anything changes or anything like that. So I think professional development is a great idea. So kudos to the rest of you before I wrote mine. Thank you and see you around.